How's Aiden doing?
Okay, I started the stream.
Is that a question for Ice or for GM?
Neither, honestly. I was just saying something stupid.
Okay.
What?
It doesn't show ice in the game yet.
It does for me.
It does
I'm
for
on
me.
the Shadows over Shadycreek page still.
You might have to reload it.
I am also on that
Again?
page.
Oh, okay. We're all on there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great.
But I only see Epic, me, Ozzy, and Ryu. I don't see you.
You might have to reload again.
I just did!
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Let's play a game.
Yeah.
See, he's right there. Well, why didn't that fucking work? Whatever. Right. So, as you traveled south on the Bay of Souls, on your way to Bay's End, apparently to meet up with a not dead Alani. The first marker of civilization to the south was the top of a bell tower rising above the horizon. It soon revealed a tall, white stone building underneath, taking the form of a temple or church. Soon other buildings around it came into view, as did the hill on which they all sat. Minutes later, the rest of the city, lying lower and closer to sea level, came into view, its many buildings, most of them timber-framed, reflecting a typical gloomy coastal vibe, with mossy roofs and a sort of drabness that can either suck or soothe the soul, depending on your disposition. It's in that moment that you realize that this will be your first taste of real civilization in many months. You've trudged through frozen tundra, explored a half-sunken ancient facility, and come face to face with death. You've changed the course of regional events, for better or worse, in addition to having a few personal revelations. After a bit, the port on the east side of town comes into view, and you notice other ships returning to port, many of them with people on deck, busying themselves with gathering up nets and moving barrels around. As you become able to make out people on the docks, one stands out, if not only for their stillness among all of the other dock workers bringing ships in and helping to unload cargo. But the clothing they wear is mostly familiar to you. It looks like what Alani used to wear. Soon enough, you pull up to the dock and tie up. The heavy scent of fish fills your nostrils as a red sun dips behind the town's prominent hill and casts the front side of that stone temple atop it in shadow. Orange lights begin to appear around the city off to your right, shining through windows and lighting the paths. Captain Nyland steps up to the brow. Been a pleasure. I think you paid your fare by keeping us all alive. And he turns to Orion and Tambourine. You two should report to Yorick. And Tambourine says, Philly said we should see Jacob first. And Nyland's eyes narrow. Well, then you should probably do that. Never mind what I say. Nyland turns back to you, holds his arm out in the direction of the dock. Well, after you. Jeff addresses Aiden and tells him, Aiden, would you mind bringing Alani with you?
Yeah. He already has her carried over his shoulder. And we'll walk off
Thanks for getting us here, Nylan.
He nods. Thank you as well. You've done a good turn.
We'll see you around.
Sajaf has a quicker gait to him as he sifts through the crowd trying to find Alani.
Alani's like scanning the ships to see if she recognizes anybody coming in, and because she's waiting, and
Not hard to find each other, yeah.
and
pretty
as
easy.
soon as she spots Sajath exiting the boat, she takes off sprinting at full speed straight towards him from the end of the dock with a huge smile on her face. But her momentary joy at seeing her friends and the man she loves evaporates when she remembers reality and the cargo that they carry. And she stops halfway down the dock and is rooted to the spot. And as she stands there, tears start to fall from her eyes as her hand automatically reaches up to her chest where she can still feel the sword piercing her skin as it killed her, and her gaze is just locked on Sajath.
As he's gonna get, he clocks her and he's gonna run up. He immediately sees her dour expressions, and as a way to force her to break line of sight with everything else behind him, he's going to scoop her up and spin with her in his arms.
She smiles and is very happy.
He then puts her down and touches, like a kid would if you tell it that there's something behind the sheets, but there's not really anything there. He incredulously starts scanning her face, her hair. It really is you. I'm so glad you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay too. I was really worried.
We can say the same thing. Are you still okay?
Yeah, ish. I have a lot to tell you. But Aiden, Lairdren, can you come here?
Yeah, I still can't believe you're actually here.
She's like holding on to Sajath, and she like puts her arms out to like, come here, come give me a hug with Sajath.
Definitely come over and give a hug.
Aiden will step in.
Yay! She gets a group hug.
Group hug.
Yeah.
Sajath sees her face go from worried to just peace. Like she's her mind is set at ease immediately.
He smiles, and then he'll give her a quick peck on the lips and go, well, you need to talk about some stuff. Where should we go to get out of the dock area?
First, she indicates a cart nearby that she nods to Aiden to put her old body on. I've prepared everything.
Prepared how? What?
Does Aiden put her
Yes.
old body on the cart? Okay.
Guy wheels the cart up, seeing your motion toward it. Is that it then?
Yeah, but I need to. She starts to slowly and carefully, piece by piece, remove the old gear from.
No need.
Oh, you already
I
did
already did that.
Yeah.
that. Okay. I guess she just looks at her own face then for a minute.
It is bloated and
It's only
has
been 2 days, man.
taken
See.
on a slightly green tint, and there's like a foamy red stuff that's around your mouth and nostrils.
3 days technically.
2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Semantics. Do you
The guy with the cart's like plugging his nose.
Do you have
looking away.
my necklace?
I have everything.
I
Minus some jewelry. Sorry about that.
We did try to use our surplus of diamonds, but here. And he'll walk behind you, put on your emblem of Elistre, and forgot the other name. Fuck. Saloon. Then he'll open your hands again, and he'll place your loot alongside your acid dagger for safety. Take the bow, string it to your back. And then lastly, most importantly, he puts your diary on your hands.
Thank you, Sajath.
Everything else is in your backpack, so once we have time to actually gear you up more properly, you can go through it.
Yeah, we can do that later. She'll turn to her old body and she'll clutch her necklace and she'll say a quiet prayer over her body, and she says, I may not reside here anymore, but I'm not sure about any of this, but please let this version of myself find peaceful rest. And she doesn't stop looking at herself when she says, does anyone want to attend the funeral rites? Everything is prepared and paid for, and I've thought about it a lot. I think I'd like to go.
By all means.
Are you
Yeah.
Lonnie?
What do you mean?
We're having a funeral for you? So does that
What?
mean you're not Alani?
I am, but that's not me anymore.
So who are we having a funeral for?
Did you say version of yourself out loud? Like, did you say that prayer out
Yeah,
loud?
she said it very quietly, but it was out loud.
So, just think of it as a different version of her, Aiden, if you can.
Aiden, you know how you grow and kind of become different? That's kind of how I've had to think about it. Anyways, she'll cover the body with, like, I'm assuming this guy's got a sheet on the cart, because I probably thought of that. And I pull the sheet over her, and if everybody's gonna come with, she'll follow him to, the Temple of the Crescent.
Temple of the Waning Crescent, is that the one?
Okay. You guys follow the ass and cart over to the Temple of the Waning Crescent. Let me see what you guys see. Along the way, you walk up from the docks along a road. You pass what looks like to be a rowdy and raucous place, traveling essentially due south. Sign hanging outside does say the Mossy Burl. The cart driver takes a right, where you see a sign saying, basically a road sign marker. It says Shady Road. You follow that for a while, passing some houses, mostly houses it looks like, until you come upon a large central square. On one side of this square, on the left side, as you enter it, there is a large stone building. Seems to be one of only a few stone buildings in the city. As you're walking past everything, it looks like everything else is pretty much timber framed. A little bit dilapidated as well. Not in the best state of repair overall. On this big stone building, on one side of the square, you see the words etched in stone across a couple of archways. Above a couple of archways say Green Pillar Chambers. Green Pillar Chambers. On the other side of the square is a medium-sized water fountain. Alani, you've seen this before. A statue stands in the center of that fountain. And in the very center of the square, you see a large stone monolith surrounded by what look like metal guardrails, like maybe 2-3 feet high. These guardrails kind of wrap around it. Looks kind of like a monument. Passing through the square, westward, you pass more houses and some other businesses, and turn north. And after just a little bit, you come to a bridge. This bridge crosses a river that looks like it flows into the Bay of Souls. After you cross the bridge, you take a right back toward the port and eventually arrive at the Temple of the Waning Crescent. It is well dark at this point. The man with the cart pulls up to the side of the temple. Alani, you are familiar with what's happening, taking it to basically the intake of that. Are you guys proceeding inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay. You follow the cart back around. There's a knock on the door. It doesn't take long before there's a response. A robed figure opens the door. There's a brief conversation between the cart driver and this person, and eventually a couple of other folks come out and collect the body and take it in. A few moments later, Alani, you see the person with whom you spoke before come out and greet you.
The man?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe it was a man.
Yeah, it was, but you never gave me his name. I know the female.
Righto. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So the elf steps up to you, Alani, recognizing you from before, and says, we've made all the necessary preparations. It will take an hour or so for us to prepare the body for the rites. Have you decided yet whether you will attend? And kind of scans the other folks here with you.
Yeah, I will. They're coming too, if that's okay.
That's quite all right. Quite all right. Looks up at the sky. How does 7 o'clock sound?
That sounds good.
All right. You come back then. You can come to the same entrance as well. We'll just be holding it in one of the antechambers.
Okay.
Turns around and goes back in the building.
Before he leaves, she'll ask, is Cleric Vinera around? Or will she be?
I'll have to check. I believe she was called in to help with the attack earlier today, so she may be resting.
Okay. Thank you.
He nods, turns around, goes back into the building.
And Alani will then lead everybody to the Night Warden.
Okay.
How long does it take to get from here to there, basically? Like 10-minute walk or something?
Back to the Night Warden. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. You go back through the central square. Take a road to the southeast off of that square, and the Night Warden is right there at the corner. And it looks like it is in full swing for happy hour right now.
Walking in, she'll wave Ami over.
Okay. And
It's a me.
it's a me.
We knew that joke was gonna happen. We knew 2 weeks ago. We knew.
Maria.
Ami. Ami spots you shortly after you walk in and comes from behind the counter.
Hey, these are my friends.
She wipes her hands off on her apron. It's nice to meet you. Holds out her hand. I'm Ami.
I'm Jeff, and he'll meet her hand, then recede.
Nice to meet you.
Lairdrin, nice to meet you.
Lairdrin.
This guy. Oh,
And
nudge him
you?
with my elbow.
Aiden's just kind of staring at the table.
It's okay. Let's go upstairs.
Well, we have a lot to unpack.
Yeah, we'll be back down later.
Oh, okay. All right. It is happy hour if you want something to drink.
Not right now. Thank you, though. And Alani will take everybody upstairs to her room.
I'll
Okay.
grab an ale on the way up
Alrighty, nice.
if he does not mind.
Happy hour. It's cheaper. I'm gonna get back to you on that. Whatever it is. I have to go back to my notes. My dog ear. Where's my dog ear? There it is. 2 copper.
Got it.
God, the music seems so loud for me tonight.
It is not loud for me.
No, no.
Okay. Alani, would you like to describe your room to everybody?
So she takes everybody up the stairs to the top floor of the Night Warden, and the room has a room at the entrance, which has a small fireplace with 2 couches and a small coffee table between them, with a large archway draped in curtains that act as a door. And the other room is the bedroom, which has a balcony with a view that overlooks the central plaza.
Fancy.
She paces between the 2 couches, wringing her hands, and she says, "Please sit."
Yep, does as he's told.
I'll sit. Yeah.
Aiden will probably just lean back against like the door or something.
Okay, I don't know where to start. I want to tell you everything. So, I guess when I made the stupidest mistake of my life and opened that bag, I was tired, weak, hurt, and above all, not thinking. And I was taken somewhere with no exit, where I was immediately attacked. I was scared out of my mind and tried to run, but it happened so fast. I remember feeling it pierce my chest. And she reaches up again and touches the same spot. There was...
Yeah, by the time we got to you, you were already long gone. I tried to pour a healing potion on you, but you were too slow.
I'm sorry. I just remember there being so much pain, and then everything went dark. But then the next thing I knew, I found myself inside some crystal. And it was almost impossible to move, but I eventually managed to roll off of the table I was on and shatter the crystal I had been encased in. And across from me was a second crystal coffin that seemed to contain my mother. As Alani's talking now, she's nervously twisting her hair in her fingers. I was naked, completely terrified, and all alone. And I called out to my goddesses for help because I was desperate. And I felt something lift my chin briefly before my mother's voice started to speak to me from a glyph on the wall. And the message from my mother explained that I died, but my soul had been transferred in that instant to this body she'd apparently created from a piece of me many years ago. She then explained where I was and that there was a wardrobe full of useful items I should freely take what I needed from. And then she moved on to explain that I had 2 options for leaving. One would take me to Metheren and Dune, which is where I'm from. And the other would take me to a place called the colony of the Crimson Witches, east of the Longhiti, and that they were loyal to our house and would help me get to wherever I needed to go. And the message ended with Mother telling me not to fear because she would be there soon, and that she loved me. Which I don't believe for even a second. That's nothing more than manipulation. After her message ended, I grabbed what I could from the wardrobe, and I discovered how much younger this body is. And as she's explaining this part, she's placing things on the small table between the couches. There's a hand crossbow with some ammo, a handful of daggers, along with one shaped like a spider at the hilt, a magic wand, a potion with gray liquid, and 2 sets of clothing, one common and one very elegant and drow. I thought you'd like the crossbow, Aiden. But I'm gonna have to ask Sajath to look at most of this stuff later. After collecting all of this and some money from the wardrobe, I chose to go to the Crimson Witches colony because I gambled that they could get me back close to you. My entire goal was to get back to you, no matter what I had to go through. And as the glyph on the floor teleported me away, I saw my mother appear and reach out towards me.
And it's your message that you were definitely being chased.
Did she say anything to you?
It was so fast. I just saw a brief glimpse. Then I found myself in a cage, and I put on the facade of Alanira of House Madras that I had hoped I never would again. And I waited, listening to the muffled voices talk about me. And they said things like they could handle the princess, but the matron would surely follow. And then I was asked by someone I couldn't see what the queen now commanded of them. They seemed about as scared of her as I am. Anyways, I said that they were to help me to go where I needed, and a woman whose name I never learned, who seemed to be their leader, appeared then, saying that a price must be paid. And I tried to get out of it, but I haven't been Alanira in over a year and a half at this point, and I'm out of practice. And she threatened to send me back, and I knew Mother was there. She then offered me a choice between owing them, the witches, a favor, where I would be called into their service at a future time of their choosing, and I would be unable to refuse, or I could accept a gift where she would bestow on me some of their power, and that in using their power, I would spread their influence and their order could grow. She said I would taste their power and that it was unlikely I would be able to resist. And Alani sinks into the couch beside Sajath, shaking as she puts her head in her hands.
He reaches out to her thigh and her shoulder, gives him a squeeze. So you chose the latter.
She nods. She says, I chose the gift. And when I did, it stung and burned through me. And then they let me out of the cage, and one of them teleported me to Bay's End, where I found a merchant who sold spell scrolls, and I managed to buy a sending scroll so I could message you. And I've been here waiting, feeling like I'm being hunted ever since.
So your mother knew that you went to them, the Crimson Witches?
Yep, she knows.
So are they going to tell her where you had them send you?
Yep. They would tell her.
So we're on a clock, no matter what.
I don't know.
Alana, you recall your night terror from last night. And how you saw the one who gave you the gift scream out.
I've been having horrible, horrible dreams since everything. And I keep seeing that witch's gift sink into me, and then things happen, and it's horrible. I see my mother's face, and I see her reaching out to me. And I see you all, and I see you all dying. It's horrible. And last night, I saw that witch's face, and her face decayed in front of my eyes, and my mother was behind her. I know she knows where I am. And I'm so scared. And I've been hiding, and she points to a coat and a hat and a scarf that she's got hanging by the door, I guess. And she didn't wear it to go see you guys. I've been trying to disguise who I am when I go out, on the off chance that there's someone chasing me. I don't know what this power is that they gave me. I know I feel something new, and I'm not sure what it is, but what I do know is I'm very scared of it, and I don't want to use it.
Like the witches said, it is still a boon. Maybe not now, but there may come a time where you would be required to. So it's at least a good idea, not anytime soon, since we still need to process what's happening, but to understand it in the very least. It's a part of you now, so
I mean, I know you're right, but I just... It was terrifying.
You said your mother had cursed you before before everything that happened. Is that still active? Or is
She shakes her head and says, I don't know.
since she brought you back in this body, I would assume it's probably still a thing.
I think she cursed my soul and not the body. At least that's what I would assume. But I haven't looked for anyone who could remove a curse. I mean, there's a possibility that the cleric I met today, the days are blending together. She might be able to do something. She might be able to remove a curse.
I privately pull you away and check on something, Alani.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to.
He takes her hand and pulls her out of sight for a second, and then addresses her. It's like, seems you already know what I'm about to ask of you, so if you would.
Yep. She will.
Is the rhombus square looking scar where it was?
It is still there.
With his fingertips, he traces it. And just for context, let's say that the first time that he pointed it out to you, he did the same thing in the same way. So that you recognize his tracing.
Okay.
And then he'll stand back up and he'll place a hand in her cheek. It's like, yeah, it's still there.
I don't know what it means.
It wouldn't be a leap of logic that it might have been what you said in the beginning. A piece of you had been taken to make whatever happened happen.
Do you think she did it again?
Not necessarily again, but excuse me. But my conjecture is that your copy was made after this was removed. But that's just conjecture. I have no grounds on it, so do not take my words for gospel.
Yeah.
So, Jack, if you would like to make an Arcana check.
I would love to. And if I roll below 10 using the last charge of the ring again, I'm gonna throw it.
Fuck this ring! It's a worthless piece of shit.
Alright. Let's go.
Your DC
Boy.
Your DC is 18.
Boy.
Ooh!
Hover over what I rolled.
A 1 and a 20.
I saw it.
One and a 20.
Oh!
So Jeff, you have spent some time studying necromancy, it seems, and hearing Alani's tale and seeing the scar, knowing of its presence, you have a very strong suspicion that this is the result of the clone spell, which creates a duplicate of a living creature as a safeguard against death.
He, as soon as he says what he finishes saying, he's like, "Wait, oh God, Never mind, I do know what this is. Exactly.
What is it?
Your mother employs high-level necromancers, don't she?
She is one.
Come on. He'll take her hand and lead her back to everybody else so that everybody else hears this. There's a good reason why not only do you look younger, but are still alive. If a wizard studies necromancy deeply, and I did once upon a time under the false pretense that I could revive my parents, you are a clone. A perfect clone. Most likely taken from a sample from where you were this age.
I think I'm in my mid-20s. I don't really know when.
And it just trails everything that happens. Like, as soon as the clone matures and the original body of the clone perishes, the soul gets transferred. The clone will have everything that the person was based on memories, personality, anything, and it shows because you are the Alani I remember.
So Jeff, make another intelligence check for me.
Gladly. $14.
Based on your knowledge of the spell, and the size of the scar, you can assume, or you can reason, that is, that the required material component was likely taken from Alani when she was quite young.
Younger than what she appears right now, implied, or?
Yeah.
Okay. He pauses again, and you've seen him space out whenever he's working on a new spell or brainstorming, or any time that he's trying to recall something. It's like, no, this must have been taken earlier, because it would have needed a time for the body to mature before you were ever placed in any actual mortal threat. It had to have been when you were much younger.
I don't remember it, so that stands to reason.
But it does connect with everything that happened on our end. Because like we implied earlier, we did pull together every single thing that we had that was in any shape or form diamond. And granted, Lerdrin, this was your first time casting the spell, but it felt like the spell technically succeeded in casting, just not in completion's sake, right?
Yeah. I feel like I was searching for any remnants of her being her soul, and I just couldn't find anything, so.
And it's because it went to this.
So it seems.
Aiden, you've been quiet.
Yeah, it's a lot, I guess. I kind of don't. Clone? I don't know.
It's hard to grasp. I was only able to learn about this because I pulled some favors using my grief as leverage. I'm not supposed to know of this. This, like I said, this is high-level necromancy. Not in many more years do I expect even coming close to understanding such a spell myself.
I mean,
Your mother must be very powerful to do something like this.
She is. She's a high priestess of Lulth. She's terrifying. I have never and will never be more scared of someone than I am of her.
I hate to say it, but I don't think we can stay here for very long if she knows that you were sent here.
I feel safer now that you're all here. I uh, I felt very vulnerable before, but I feel better now. Better, as much as I can, anyways. And she'll like give Sajath a hug as she says it.
He'll return it back. I mean, in any case, we should make the most out of being in Base End. We've been away from any big city for a long time. We should definitely still exploit this chance that we have before we move on.
There's actually been quite a few things that were noteworthy enough to keep in mind. Today, there was an attack on the city by some elementals. And Ami hid me in the cellar with her, but we do need to check in with Guy Thompson, the leader of the Glassblades here, and ask about the elemental threat and inform him about us defeating the Beholder in Carson's quarry. Maybe tomorrow we could do that. But also, I made plans with Zacht, Sajath's friend, that we would all visit his restaurant sometime tomorrow.
That works for me. I intended on visiting him in the first place, so...
But before we do that, I actually would like to take you all to a few places, because I just think you'd like it. And there's also just this one little thing that I heard. There's apparently been some coins missing from the fountain out front. And usually they go to an almshouse, but it could be worth looking into. And, Sajath, do you want to know about the thing you had me look into?
By all means, it's one of the reasons we're coming to Base End eventually. So, just more that we need to keep an eye out on.
Well, I went to the library and tried to research it, but I didn't find anything. But the librarian was actually more helpful. He told me that the Umbervale Collective is actually a secretive organization in Zarzith Kittrell, and they're the ones building that obsidian spire, the tallest one ever. And I learned from him that all the other spires are white, alabaster, or opalescent. So it struck him as odd that this one would be dark. And he did mention that there was a slim chance we could find someone in town involved in the mithril mining that the collective had funded in the South Lake region, but our chances of learning more would be better in Ithelian Falls. I also heard that it would be opening on the first day of Ice Dawn, which is December 21st.
I see you typing. I'm scrolling up too. Yep. So whenever you start describing the spire, you do see Sajath's face light up in the sense that I can't believe I didn't think of that, and then drop. Yeah. My brother mentioned, like as you saw, he showed, or he showed you, like that they are going to have the grand inaugurations soon. He didn't say a date, but it makes sense that it's this soon. And they're correct. This is the only one that is not the same as the other spires and obelisks in my home city.
Is there something to that?
I only have conjecture, like sayings about what people were saying.
I mean, rumors can be powerful. That's how I learned what I did.
There it is. I just found it. I mean, it essentially matches everything that the librarian told you, in that the columns of the spire that were used were built of mithril, and that the mining operation was such a big undertaking that they had to bring in jobs from out of the city and to the South Lake region west of Ethelium Falls to be able to mine all the mithril that was needed. Like, it was such a large operation that it flooded the area with help, hires, to be able to get the necessary things. And like you said, that the just to not dance around the concept, the people that worship Bahamut did not like that at all, because there's a reason why the other spires are made out of what they are.
Oh, I see.
White and silver used together sheens like platinum, which is the platinum dragon's colors.
I see. So this one would be meant to represent Tiamat, essentially.
In a way, she is the Dark Lady.
Now I understand why the librarian found it so offensive.
Was the librarian also a dragonborn?
No, he was an elf.
Well, the definitely would like to talk to the librarian and also see if my limited status as a keeper of... I forgot. Shit. I just saw it. Oh god, what's my rank? Apprentice of Sage of Stacks. Okay. As being the apprentice of Sage of Stacks, maybe I'm able to keen more on not only that on Board Collective, but maybe anything else that we might want to look into. Obviously, no promises, since I'm still bottom of the barrel pecking order.
All I know is it's been a really long 3 days, guys. And I'm just so glad to see you all again. You have no idea how much I missed you. I wasn't sure if I would ever see you guys again.
Oh. We thought we lost you.
I know you did. That's why I scrambled to find that sending scroll.
Yeah, I was. And this is when you'll see him finally break down and start shaking. After the revivify of Lerdran failed, we dashed it as fast as we could to Philibanks, hoping that maybe anybody would be able to do anything, but there was nothing. Lerdran and Aiden spoke in your behalf, defending you. Whenever Philibank attempted to shortchange us after the job done, since you were not alive.
You guys did?
Aside from that, I talked to her again. She once more offered another way, which would have been to add you to the mass grave that they were doing. And I just told her no, that I still had hope that maybe somebody in Base End would be able to do anything. And literally after talking to her and just doing her a favor and just sitting there, that's when I heard you. I honestly thought I was going insane.
I thought he was too.
But then Aiden came back.
Came back? Where'd he go?
He'll look at Aiden.
Alani's squeezing you really tight while you're saying all this, by the way.
So you are Alani?
Yes?
How many fingers am I holding up?
How many fingers is he holding up?
4.
4.
You know our names?
You're Aiden, that's Lerdran, and this is my Sajath. I shall give you a kiss.
Yours?
Mine.
He's blushing, but still shaking.
What was the name of the pixie? One of the pixies.
You're
that
gonna
we
make me
met.
look that up? Oh my god.
I'm
Shit,
not
I don't
making you
even
look up.
remember
What do you
that.
mean I'm making? You have your notes, Alani? You have notes?
Your diary?
Your notes traveled?
Yeah. She opens her diary and reads what she wrote. Yeah, epic help.
Is it like Memento where it's written on your body?
How about I just tell you the name of your horse, Pearl?
Oh,
Okay. What's my daughter's name?
Esmeralda.
What's my mother's name? No, I'm just kidding.
Fizzle Spoink.
That's a very known name.
Nefflebum Mum. I forgot these names.
Those aren't the ones, I'm sure.
Oh, there was the fat one. I don't remember that one's name though.
Probably Chad.
Fluffernutter.
Or something. Fluffernutter, that's right.
Look, I remembered one. I am Alani, Aiden, and she actually like digs into her backpack real quick and pulls out 12 copper and hands it to you. I owe you.
You can't track.
bit of a potty mouth, huh?
I
kind of-
died.
I'll kind of toss the coins in his hands. Only 12?
That's how many times I've cursed in the last 3 days. Only 12.
But you're a
Uh,
clone? So what,
I-
this is not your... That body is not yours?
It's mine.
But you're...
This body, from what Sajath described, didn't have a soul and was empty before I died in the other body, and I was transferred into this one.
Okay, it's... I
It's,
don't...
it's like filling a cup with water. You take the water from one cup and you pour it into another one. That's essentially what happened. As simple as I can describe it.
He'll reach out and poke you. You don't feel wet.
I'm not wet.
Feels normal. If not,
In any case, Aiden,
if not tighter skin.
Alani actually
taut.
is smiling at Aiden, and she lets go of Sajath and just fucking hugs you and squeezes
Oh.
you tight.
Okay.
tell her what the matron told you, Aiden.
Well, last time you hugged me, at least I was naked, so at least this time I'm clothed.
Wait, you were naked last time?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
I don't remember that. As a player, I don't remember that.
I'm sitting
me
here
coming out
wondering,
of the
is this a request coming from?
Oh, you didn't have a towel on or anything?
No?
Oh my god. She did not notice at all.
Oh, because it happened after. Oh, I get it. Now I'm caught up.
Mm-hmm. I get it too. But also, she didn't notice at all. Sorry, Aiden. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
It's okay. It's... Just... Don't... Are you still impulsive? Are you still you?
I'm still me, but
Alright, don't be impulsive anymore.
yeah,
Stop
Don't-
it.
I don't think I will. She'll get
Don't do that again.
fairly crestfallen, and she's gonna back up and go back to Sajath and just hold your hand.
Alright.
Just don't be impulsive alone, Alani.
I didn't mean to. Obviously.
We all know we didn't mean to, Alani. But buddy system. I'm more of a buddy,
I know.
but
It could have happened to any one of us.
I really didn't mean to. I didn't know it would pull me into some alternate dimension.
look, Aiden was the only one that kept a level head and got us all out, because me and Ladrin did go in after, once I realized what it was.
I'm really sorry for all the pain I put you through. I didn't mean to. I didn't know. And I've been agonizing about it for the past 3 days. I haven't been able to sleep.
Look, it happened, right? I feel that it happened, and it happened for a reason. Because not only have we learned that your mother has so many contingencies that she made a clone of her daughter, but also of herself. Think about it. What did you mention in the beginning? There was another container holding your mother, but then your mother showed up. A part of that, right?
Yes.
That's still more information than you would have ever learned. So take it as a bonus, as a positive. Just
can't-
never forget the negative. Never forget the negative. Because it happened.
Do you
Don't
guys
let it define you.
do you guys happen to have that sword, and is it visible?
I mean, I don't have it.
That'd be Aiden, I think.
It's probably, if anything, there was like a strap to it, he probably has it by his other sword or something strapped. I'm assuming there's some sort of strap. If not, then he's probably just holding it in his hand this whole time. In the
And
sheath. If
and
there's a sheath, is there a sheath? I don't think so. It's not like that sort of weapon, right?
I think there was probably a sheath with it. Yeah, on the skeleton.
Yeah. Let's say, fuck it. Let's say he had like some sort of strap and he to keep his hands free. He had it. Probably keeps it on his waist.
Aiden, is that the sword?
Uh, yeah. The
The one that killed me.
yeah. Yeah. Do you want me to? You want it?
No.
Do you want me to hide it?
No. I I actually think have you decided to use it?
No. I don't think so.
I think you should.
I could. We
Because
could get rid of it. We could, melt
no,
it. That's what
no,
people do.
no.
You melt a magic
I
sword?
think
This is a magic sword.
a
I
plus
told
one
you,
sword is
I
magical.
told-
A plus
I
one
told
sword is
you.
magical.
I
Yep.
did
Plus
mention
one mean.
that. I did mention
You
that
had
to
the
you,
whole
Aiden.
discussion about it. You had a
Yeah.
discussion about it.
It was a powerful sword.
That the
It's
only reason you
boring.
wanted to
It's
keep
not
them.
magic. It's just sharp.
No, it's enchanted
Aiden,
to be stronger.
I think not using it would make my death even more pointless than it already was. And I think the Matron of Ravens led you to that sword through me and my mistake. She's
I don't think she's that smart.
the
Are you?
she rules the domain of death.
Aiden, she knew that Alani's soul was not where she was supposed to be.
I think seeing as that sword killed me and she's the Matron of Death, it fits, and I think you should use it, and I think you should name it Raven's Edge.
Maybe. I'll sleep on it.
Might be painful.
Yeah, I guess it might be painful. Aiden will quietly say it to himself.
Aiden.
The matron speaking to him.
I'm not exactly comfortable with seeing it, but I also accept...
So I'll get rid of it.
No,
Don't worry.
No, but I also accept that your goddess is one of death, and I really do think she led you to that sword through me and my death.
So you did die, but you came back as a clone.
Yes, it still happened.
And your mother kind of did all this to save you?
Yes, sort of. It was
Okay.
I
I mean,
think
I don't
more
understand
of
it.
like an insurance policy type thing where if our house was ever to be raided or attacked or something, that both her and her heir would survive. Yeah, still.
Well, I mean, in a weird way, it is kind of nice, I guess. I mean, some parents killed their children, so.
I know you're worried about that, Aiden. But we'll figure it out. I mean, we're in Bay's End now. We can figure it
Yeah,
out.
let's
don't-
this sword's not a big deal. We can, I'll hide it and then I'll
No, I want you to use it.
Okay, well let's move on. What's the plan? Sorry. Okay,
Um,
so are we going to your funeral now?
I do want to, yeah. I mean, you don't have to. I did get you rooms here. They're just down the hall.
Yeah, let's
I'll hand Aiden and Lairdrin their room keys.
thanks.
Everything's all taken care of. I had time to prepare for you guys to get here. I really missed you guys,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry.
I think I just need, I guess, time to get to know you again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think we should. I wanna go to the. I think I wanna go to the funeral.
Okay. I wanted to give her, the old me, to Saluna so that I could have a little peace, some sort of comfort for what happened. I don't know, it's stupid.
Closure. It makes sense. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be odd to say goodbye to you when you're obviously still here, but
I told him it was my twin. Because how do you explain something like this?
Speaking of, I've been meaning to ask. Since this is yet another new beginning for you, are you going to discard the name Alani and usher a new one?
No, I think Alanira died.
So we shall see Alanira today. But Alani is still alive. Here.
Yeah.
With us and with me.
Yeah. I gave them a fake name though, because I didn't know what to say.
fake name for you or a fake name for your twin?
My twin. Yeah, I gave them a fake name.
What's the name so we all know?
They're gonna call her Jane. But it's mostly because I didn't want a record of me dying. So something that my mother could find or that sort of thing. I may be a little paranoid lately.
Something wrong with a little healthy paranoia? We don't even know what this new magic is that was forced on you. So
Yeah. I'm really worried about that.
Because since it was witches, it's gonna be really hard to tell, especially if someone is not trying to pick their head on this new gift, so to speak. Would Sajaf be able to tell if there's a change in Alani? If that makes sense?
In terms of
Ah,
what kind of change?
just like general feel, or if there was like a change in, for lack of a better term, aura, even though Sajaf doesn't fucking read aura.
Probably an insight check then.
Alright. Where's the insight? Oh, there it is. Nah. No idea, bro. With the chat box. Anyways. Well, we still have a little bit of time to kill. The only thing that I never mentioned was on our first night sailing, we did run into a group of water elementals. And you mentioning earlier that there was an elemental attack here as well.
Wind.
Does mean wind. Yeah, just means that the elemental issue might be getting worse, whatever that may entail. So that's also something else that we might need to sort.
Yeah, just on, just to mention it, the witch who brought me here has a shop in town.
I mean, if it's a magic shop, I'll accidentally run into it, but
Nope,
which is it?
it's called Zestra's Palm Reading. I'm too scared to go back, but I thought about it. I thought about going there and trying to get answers, but I didn't go back because I'm scared. I do know the name of the magic shop, and another shop that I actually really want to bring you to, but that's for tomorrow.
No, 100%. It's been a long day for all of us, and it's going to be a longer one still.
I'm not sure what's gonna happen at the funeral for my old body, and I'm I'm worried Lolth would interfere somehow, because my mother, you know, I don't know. It's more paranoia.
Well, we'll be there with you. For whatever solace that does bring.
A lot, actually. I feel safer with you all than I ever did when I was alone. Even now. Knowing that my mother knows where I am, I feel safer with you all than I did when I was alone.
Anything I'm missing to mention, guys?
I don't think so.
For the sake of everybody else, because the guys in the ship would have learned this as soon as I did these sendings. So the additional sendings that I did that are of import, aside from me messaging Alani, were to Thalion. The message I sent was essentially telling him that we were headed here, and if you could tell us anything about Yorick. Delian responded saying that he is a good enough chap, but he's still trying to find his place. And it's been difficult since his father passed away. It's a little bit more insight on Yorick.
Okay.
Me, actually, would have a little information on that as well. She, pays into the Udalat protection racket. When I first got here, I was kind of panicked, and I almost went to the Mossy World to try and find a way to get to, Philibank, but then I thought about just messaging Sajath.
I'm just glad that you were able to. It was definitely the last thing I was ever expecting.
I don't really know what to say. I just, aside from how sorry I am, I mean...
Oh, no, you misunderstand. I just... As a wizard, I'm just really impressed right now that you were able to even be able to read and cast a spell scroll.
I mean, I know magic.
It's still really impressive.
She smiles at you. Do you guys want to rest in your rooms until it's time to leave? I know it's all been a lot.
If you want some privacy, sure.
No, I just thought you might want time to think about everything.
I think I'd just stay in my room all day if I wanted to think about everything we just talked about. But let's. I wanna say goodbye. I wanna go to that funeral.
Okay. It's in an hour.
Okay.
Would you guys... I want to test and see if I'm cursed still. And I don't really want to do it in public.
Are you gonna sing for us?
I was thinking about it. I haven't since Philibank. And I admit I miss it. But I haven't been feeling like it.
Well, it's in your soul, right?
Yeah.
So curse or no curse, music's still a part of you. So let's hear you sing. Let's hear you play.
Okay. She'll pull out her old lute because I think the Instrument of Illusions is an attunement thing. So she's gonna pull out her original lute.
I mean, you can still play it without tuning to it.
Yeah, but
You
she
just can't do
she-
the illusions.
look,
Yeah.
she wants to use the other one. So she's gonna pull out her original lute.
Okay.
And she'll do a little, I don't know, she'll, I guess, start by singing a lament about the feeling of dying but not being dead, and the pain of that as the world continues to move on relentlessly, and having the brief glimpse of the grief that it caused everyone she loved, and the crushing guilt of feeling like you've lost a part of yourself, and she'll just do that for the performance.
Okay. Roll a performance check.
It's -2, I think. Yeah, -2.
What's the -2 for?
Because I don't have the instrument on, the illusion instrument.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I am not attuned.
A sad, somber, and introspective tune pours forth from Alani's soul, and all seems fine. You don't feel affected by the negative energy that you felt before this time.
She'll probably spend the remaining time they have until they have to go, playing a couple different songs to see if anything happens.
You want to do more performance checks?
Yup. I wanna try a couple more.
Okay.
How many
Go
can I
for
try?
it.
How many?
Let's say 2 more.
Okay.
Need to go. And is it everyone still in this room?
Yeah, I'll stay around.
Lerdrin would be, yep. Also be keeping an eye on her and see if there's any differences in how she used to act or look or anything from when she was performing.
And is Aiden here?
Yep.
Alrighty. So through the course of your 3rd performance, Alani, the tune turns sour again, and the 3 of you, probably knowing what to expect at this point, when you hear dissonance and you start to see smoke coming from Alani's lute, and the strings at the end of the tuning posts begin to extend and turn into silk. They lash out at Sajath
Well, shit.
and encase him in silk.
Yep, I missed this level.
I'll help free him and say, well, that answers that question.
She just puts the lute down and goes to help, unwrap Sajath, and that's it. She's just really quiet.
1 out of 4 is not bad still, though.
Yeah, but I can't play in public like this, and it's what I love to do.
Like we said before, you shouldn't let it dictate you.
I don't want to scare people. That's the furthest thing from what I want. I want to make people smile, and that's not going to make people smile.
Alani, you notice a little spider crawl out from the inside of your lute.
She actually screams and runs to the other side of the room.
Skitter down the front panel, or the front face.
She fucking full panics.
You still holding the loot?
No!
So Jeff sighs. And he takes the loot and the spider, and he grabs the spider, opens the window, and tosses it out.
You start to spin a little silk behind it, trying to float on the wind.
Damn, it's one of those. That's even worse, actually. Gee. And he'll bring back the loot over to her. I know that you're afraid to. And it's gonna be a healing process just as everything else happening. But never lose your muse.
She's crying. And she's sank to the floor, and she's a full fucking mess right now. You guys see that she's a mess right now, and that you can see how difficult the last 3 days have been for her. And she sees Sajaz holding her loot out at her, and she just shakes her head. I can't, Sajaz.
I agree with Sajeth. I think you're too talented to let this curse that your mother put on you control you.
She already controls everything in my life. This was the first thing that I had that was mine.
Give it some time, and hopefully we'll be able to figure out a way to help break it.
If not break it, at least surpass it.
Yeah.
I have some ideas.
Do you think there's anyone who can... Maybe at the temples there might be someone who can remove curses? I really thought it would be gone. I hoped it would be gone.
There's always a chance, but that's a problem for another day.
Is this curse how your mom saved you too, or is it
No,
different?
it's different. This is punishment for me leaving. Vindictive. It's just something to be mean. As far as I can tell. The message said she loved me, and that's how I knew she didn't. It's not the only reason I know she doesn't, but... Let's go to the temple and see if they're ready. I think I'm as ready to face that as I ever would be.
So Jeff nods and places the loot resting by its neck on the wall and lifts you to your feet. And then with his cloak, he'll wipe away the tears that have been water falling out of your eyes.
Sajath, you also would notice that the bed hasn't been slept in at all.
He'll take a look, then back at her, and he'll notice the bags on her eyes from not having slept. So, and he'll also gingerly swipe his fingers on top of it. I'll make sure you get a good night's rest today. I promise you at least that.
It's not really up to you, but...
And it's not up to you to stop me. Now come.
She'll go with you.
To the temple!
Everybody going?
Yep.
Okay. You make your way back to Simple Delaney Crescent. And you go around to the side. There is a robed figure, probably a priest or an acolyte, waiting there. You are led inside to a small stone room, and then are escorted to the left through a door into another room. This one a bit larger. And you see a large elevated stone slab with two bodies wrapped in white linen lying upon it. And you see several other plain-clothed people, a little bit different dress than you've seen here predominantly, Alani, that are already in here standing at the back wall. At the back of this room, there are two other robed figures. There are also two large candles on tall stands behind the two bodies. Both of them are burning. And the smell of sweet jasmine incense fills the room. And after you all make your way inside, the acolyte who escorted you here closes the door behind you and then moves to a corner where they grab a thick rope and begin to pull it. The roof of this space then begins to open, sort of like a roll-top desk. And the light of the gibbous moon floods into the space. The two priests at the back of the space wait silently until the last of the incense burns out. One then takes a position in the center of the room, behind the stone slab, while the other stands to the side. And the one in the center begins to speak. Lostove melanin nogelen vigalad anethil arnole lend veluth. And all of you except Sajath understand this as Elvish. It means rest well, my friend. May you walk in the light of the moon, and may your journey be in peace. The priest standing to the side then appears to place one silver coin on one of each of the eyes of the the two bodies. Er silanalin fan a elenath tiranalur, which means, may the sea shine upon your spirit. O stars, watch over these dreamers. And the other priest takes another silver coin and lays it on the other eye of each of the bodies. Bo Elidwen, Bo Galad, Bo Sid, Im Ukenayeth, Elidan Ledartha Vivithul. Go with starlight, go with grace, go with peace. We do not see you, but you remain in our hearts. And then in common, the priest says, we commit to the stars Naya Runereader and Jane Stone. And the other priest snuffs out the 2 candles. And you hear from the other corner of the room the tears and sniffles of the other folks who were already here. Both of the priests then move to the back of the room and stand silently. And after a few moments, the plainclothes folks leave the space and through the door that you came in.
Do I happen to see Vinera in here?
You do not know.
Okay. And it seems like it's over?
It does, yes.
Okay. Lonnie will, shortly after the other folks leave, she'll also leave.
He'll follow close after.
She didn't really show any emotion during it. Like, basically after she left the inn room, she composed her face to where she was hiding her emotions, basically. And in here, she just, it didn't really falter. It stayed the same. She was fairly blank-faced during it, and she's still kind of that way, even outside.
Is the body in that room? Is it like covered at all, or is it open, out in the open or something?
It's the 2 bodies are wrapped in linen. But
Gotcha.
they're just laid on a stone slab.
Aiden will walk up to the, I guess, the body he thinks is Alani's old body,
Okay.
and he'll take out his swear cup. He'll remove 1 copper piece and kind of just rest it on her chest. Her hand's not exposed, right? It's all wrapped up.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll just put it on the, flat chest area wherever he can leave it respectfully. Okay. And then he'll say, "Goodbye, friend." I guess you're not really gone, but it feels that way. and then he'll just he'll put 12 copper into the cup as he's walking away. The 12 copper Alani gave him.
Okay.
And he'll walk out.
Yeah, I'll follow him out as well after watching that.
Okay. Where to now?
Lonnie will probably just go back to the Night Warden and take everybody with her, I guess.
You all head back across the bridge and through the central square. Everybody, please make a perception check for me. The walk back.
Aiden's probably not paying real attention. Should he still make a check, you think?
If you don't want to, it's fine.
No.
Alani and Lairdrin. Your eye and ears really are drawn to what looks like a small disturbance. On the side of a building, the sign out front says Oracles, Baubles, and Gems. There's a couple of people standing in the alleyway on the side of the store. What caught your attention was raised voice and you see what looks like a rather tall man. Let me look this up really quick. Short black hair, a ponytail. Speaking with someone in a hooded cloak. And the hood of this cloak is up, and in the dim light of lampposts, you're able to see some details of this cloak. It looks like it's dark purple in color, with gold embroidery on the edges and around the outside of the hood.
Wait.
You said a disturbance. Are they arguing or
It
being
seems
loud?
like
Or...
it. There
Okay.
was a raised voice for a moment.
And you
And
said
that's
the
kind of what caught your
cloak.
attention.
Does this cloak match the description of the cloak that Lairdrin had mentioned
Yeah,
to us?
yeah, it does. So if Lairdrin does see the cloak like clearly and connects that, he'll say to them, "That's the cloak that I saw in my vision in the cave, my dream, whatever it was."
Do you want to approach them?
Depends how the rest of you feel, but if it is the same one, they were powerful.
Maybe we can listen? See what they're arguing about? Can I hear anything
We
from
can
here?
try.
Make a perception check.
Can I hear anything?
Go ahead and make another perception check, Alani. It seems like you're too far away to make out any of the conversation. Probably the same with you, Laerdrin. You pick up a few words, but not enough to really understand what they're talking about from as far away from them as you are.
You said they're just in the alley near the shop, Borkles and Bubbles and Jim?
To the
Borkles
side. Yeah, to the side of
side.
that shop.
I'll follow your lead. I wouldn't mind stretching a couple of muscles after 2 days of sailing.
Um,
I don't exactly want to cause trouble in town.
yeah, if you guys don't mind, I could try and turn into something smaller and investigate a little bit.
Is the shop open?
It
Get a little
it does not look
closer.
open, no.
Okay, so we can't pretend to just go into the store and see if we can hear more. Got it.
And it's the gem shop, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it seem like it's been broken into?
No visible signs of a break-in, no.
Okay. I could try and sneak closer and see if I can get a better look at these people.
I think Laerdrin's idea would be best.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'll try and wild shape into a weasel.
Okay. A weasel.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a little weasel.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Laerdrin shrink instead of grow. It's kind of weird. Weasel brain.
So I have keen hearing and smell. And I'll try and stealth up and get closer.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Your weasel's dex.
Dex, yeah.
Okay.
Is the
That's
stealth
not bad.
skill.
Alrighty.
God damn, Weasel's stealthy.
Yeah, that's very nice. I'm seeing the wisdom in your choice. All right, skittering across the square and trying to find whatever shadows you can, which are kind of few and far between in the middle of the square, but taking a roundabout path to them. You get close enough, you start to make out some details of the conversation. A woman's voice. Oh, boy, I gotta think about this. When are you going to stop giving me excuses, Jacob? I'm sorry, my lady. druids from Northvarten are on their way. I need you to ensure that they can travel north. We need all of them. Cannot stand to lose any, as has happened on previous shipments. I am not yet powerful enough to summon the wave, and I will never be able to finish the ritual without all of them. Expedite the shipment as fast as you can. Use the giant if necessary. Or if needs be, your wife. In any case, I cannot stand any more delays. Do you understand? I understand. It will be done. Good. And you see her turn on a heel and disappear into the darkness down the alley. The man lets out a sigh, collects himself, turns around, and starts walking toward the square.
Is that towards us?
Generally speaking, but he seems to be going to your right if you're looking at him.
If he
Heading back in the
happens,
direction of the docks.
if he happens to look at us, I'm gonna pretend to be super drunk. And like I can't stand up.
Okay. As this person steps into the light, Aiden, if you're paying attention at all, if you're there, are you? Or did you just keep walking?
He probably did just keep walking until he realized he wasn't walking with his friends, and then was trying to figure out why they stopped. I guess if they were stopped in the middle of the road or area.
Okay.
We probably stopped in the middle of the street.
Yeah, in the middle of the square. As you turn around and try to see where everybody went, make a perception check.
Was he staggered away from us when I said and pointed out the two?
Would have been, I think.
Okay.
Okay. And you do see Alani and Sajath standing, I don't know, maybe half sus. Half sus looking in the middle of the square.
Nah, I'm just hugging Sajath.
Drunk.
Well, if she notices that guy look in their direction, but he hasn't, as far as I know.
I mean, we can just do the ultimate stealth play that people have to avoid out of sheer principality of a human being. We could just
PDA.
kiss. No, we can just kiss in the middle, and people will just, I can't look at people kissing. Oh God.
Yeah, you're right. That's the plan then, definitely.
Unless this dude's a freak.
Aiden will walk back, I guess, to them. Guys, everything okay? Do you want to get a room?
We have a room, Aiden.
I mean, like right now. Yeah.
The other three of you do notice the man continue to walk eastward, again back in the direction of the docks, across that and down the road that you first came into town on.
Where's Ladrin?
He'll be back.
He just saw something that we had to take a closer look at. He'll be back shortly.
Oh.
Yeah, there was something interesting going on, and he recognized one of the people.
Oh, like the whole. Okay, I gotcha.
From his past.
Right. So we're just gonna stand here, and we're just trying to, try to look kind of nonchalant.
Alani's like looking around the floor for like, small rodents.
It's a
Well-
weasel. It's not that small.
I would loosely follow the guy, but if I know that he's headed back towards like the docks and there's gonna be no more discussion between the two of them because she already left, then I would go back to them.
Oh man, really? Okay. A weasel comes up to the three of you.
Oh, hi there, little buddy.
I'll try and go behind some sort of cover before shifting back and yeah.
Oh, I had some food. Okay, see ya.
That was Lairdrin, Aiden.
He skitters off.
That's funny.
Comes back after a few moments.
Oh, hey, Ledger.
Hey, yeah,
Did you hear anything?
yeah, I think that was her. She mentioned, I'll recount everything that I heard from them, particularly the giant.
Do you think that means the giant out in the plains? Or wherever the hell it was?
I don't know for certain, but I would assume yeah.
I think it is a safe leap of logic since it was someone ushering druids and using a giant as a strongman option.
Yeah.
What the?
Lairdrin, make another perception check for me, please. Sorry. Retroactively.
Give him disadvantage.
Was that
No.
Why?
when I was a weasel or
No.
same?
Yes, when you were a weasel.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it's the same.
Because it's your perception.
Your perception, yes.
Well, not all of the animals translate as the same save in the skills. I don't know why, but
You noticed on the man's lapel a small pin. It has the symbol that you saw on the flag flying from that ship ages ago.
Stygia?
It's all connected.
The
Yeah.
symbol of Stygia.
And we confirmed it because of your
Chloe.
Chloe friend having slept with one of them.
Yup.
Or a druid, at least.
And
Well-
just to be sure, when I was talking as her, you picked up that name, right?
Picked up the name.
Yeah.
What name?
I guess that's a no. She referred to him as Jacob.
Okay.
Hey, we're getting there, Epic. All right.
All right.
You didn't type it all out this time, so it's like
Yeah,
hard
no,
to.
He
I know.
He did say the name though. He did
Okay.
say the name.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah, I just forgot.
We were getting there. We're building up.
The mysterious man, the man who's mysterious, the mysterious
Aiden will say.
man.
You said the guy's name was Jacob, right?
Yeah. And he had a
Isn't that-
Stygian pin.
What was the lady really creepy looking?
Was the lady really creepy looking? I mean,
You couldn't actually see her face.
Oh, damn, that's really close. Never
So,
mind.
in a sense, yeah, really creepy.
she had no face.
I'm starting to think your problem, Legends, a lot like linked with what happened to Elena and what's
Bad.
happening to Esmeralda. Jacob's Elena's father. He's the one who's left Esmeralda with, along with his wife.
Didn't you say he was your father-in-law?
Yeah, Yeah, he is. I don't know what he is though.
Well,
A point of interest, that's what he is.
Do we
I'm
want
not
to?
really interested in him. I want to.
I mean, it's all things we can.
Is that who that guy was who just walked towards over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but you may not want anything to do with him, but his.
Oh no, I want everything to do with him. I want to. We need to talk to him.
Do we want to try to follow? Or is that.
I mean, you think it's
Well,
gonna be dangerous right now?
Oh, most certainly.
Is he like he's not leaving town? Is he?
no, he works in the Mossy Burrow, actually, or is headquartered there or something. But that's the Udalat headquarters. That's where they all hang out. If we're gonna do that, we need to know what we're walking into, and you all need to know that that is where all of the Udalats in Bay's End go.
Well, that's where Tamerlina was what it was going, right? She said something about Jacob too. Right? So I mean, we can if Jacob sees me, he's gonna know. Did he see me? He didn't see me, did he, guys?
I don't think so. You were facing away from us whenever he started walking away.
Yeah.
I should have been paying attention.
I was busy looking at Sajath.
I was just not paying attention in the first place. I didn't even hear what they heard.
Yeah, this whole thing's got me messed up.
How about we try and look into that tomorrow and we get more information from Guy?
Yeah, we could probably. I mean, we did kind of
Because,
save Tambourine too, so we can probably. I don't know, speak with her, right? You think she'd help us out?
I mean, possibly, but also, the Udalats are working with the Glassblades here. They're both working to repel
Oh.
the elemental threat. They're working together. And, I mean, at least that's as far as Ami knows.
Who?
Ami? My friend who owns the tavern, the Night
Oh.
Warden. You
Okay.
actually didn't introduce yourself to her.
I've never met anybody named Me.
We were looking at the desk whenever we entered the inn.
I was what?
I think you were still processing Alani actually being here.
Yeah.
Are you
let's-
guys not?
Guys, let's just go back
Yep.
to the inn.
Yeah, I need to.
Surprisingly, learning that she's a clone is giving Sajaf a lot of closure.
Shouldn't we go? We shouldn't go follow him, I guess? No? I guess it's
Yeah,
too late. Okay, never mind.
Probably
Yeah,
not. We know where he's gonna be, so.
okay. Yeah,
Look,
yeah. You're right.
I also don't think I'm up to that tonight.
Yeah, that's fair. It's very unsettling that I saw her, the cloaked woman.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, everything just seems to be really connected right now. We do need a level head and look into matters ourselves. For as much as Alani was able to do by herself, we should at least prep up, gear up. We did spend a lot of days just trekking through wilderness.
This morning, after the attack, I tried to talk to Guy, and as we're talking about this, she'll be leading the way back to the Night Warden.
Walk and talk.
Yeah, and but it was so chaotic after the attack that I ended up just helping in the infirmary instead, which actually was in the Green Pillar Chambers. He's actually kind of running the city right now, along with, oh god, epic help. Who's the other name?
Durful?
Durfel.
Durful Cragbuckle.
Durfel Cragbuckle. He's leading the city with him because the person who does technically is kind of. She looks around to make sure nobody's listening, and then she says, "Useless." I saw her earlier, and oh my god, that's loud. And
That was bizarre.
I wouldn't say that descriptor is unfair. I do think it's apt. But I didn't really get to ask too much about that because then the attack happened. Do you guys want a drink?
Yes, please.
I will pay for everybody's drinks.
All right. Happy hour's over. So 4
I don't
copper
care.
apiece. 4 copper apiece for ale. Or more for other stuff, probably, I think. They got wine here. They got wine, they got spirits. Whatever you want.
Lonnie's not gonna get anything for herself unless Shajath gets something.
Yeah, he's gonna grab some ale. He just wants to
Lonnie
relax.
will actually ask me for honey mead.
Cool. We got some honey mead.
What do you guys want? Just ale?
Yeah, that's maybe something. Do they have anything a little bit stronger here?
Yeah, like something spicy.
Spicy? Oh no, just
I'll get something. I'll order something spicy for them then.
Not spicy.
It's
That's,
not
they only,
spicy.
do they do spicy here?
Me's got a very big selection.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle
We've
spicy.
got a cinnamon spirit.
Cinnamon.
I'll get one of those for Sajath.
Yeah, it's not spice in the sense of like spicy food. It just burns your entire soul as you drink it.
Oh, I didn't want to burn my entire soul. Gee.
I
Do you have anything just normal?
Just normal, like a whiskey.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Sure. Yeah, that sounds. Yeah,
whiskey.
make it a double.
Yeah, I'll take-
That's
whiskey.
the thing, right? Double.
Uh-huh.
I'll
You
take a
bet.
whiskey and something spicy.
2 fingers. Oh, we've got the cinnamon drink, and we've also got Fireball.
Cinnamon drink. I ain't fucking drinking Fireball even as a fucking fantasy character.
So that's 9 silver and 4 copper for me.
I paid for mine.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, I'll
No,
cover mine. Don't
I'm
worry.
paying for it.
All right. Thank you.
I want to.
Okay. Well, you guys get your drinks. You figure out how to pay for them, and as you take a seat next to the table, there's a performance going on, and we'll go to break.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
tented potency. The denizens around her gather, long-awaited revelry, with tolling bells and metal clatter.
Oh shit.
Reborn, ancient devilry, to conquer all in worlds above, and bend their lives to servitude, and rot and waste and desecrate an eternal potentate. That is now our task appointed. Empty realms of dark and deep, arise and greet the starry sky, to order long at last defy. The denizens around her gather, long-awaited revelry, with tolling bells and metal clatter. Reborn, ancient devilry. The clamor, clashing, clang, brood, with haste and baleful fire revived, traverse the plains toward foreseen feud, bringing ruin long designed. The horror true. The land is rent and ripped and riven, and all not lost are now subdued. Their futures yet unwritten. Walking together as morning breaks, don't know where this path might lead, but I see the hope in your tired eyes, and that's all the strength I need. Where will we build our home? Side by side, we're not alone. Where will we build our home? With Nartham, we'll find our way. Got these tools here in my hands, and your promise by my side. First we'll raise the wooden beams, and make these walls reach high and wide. Where will we build our home? Side by side, we're not alone. Where will we build our
Welcome back.
Thanks.
There once was a man who delved below, an icy cave and glacial flow. And when the winds would start to blow, they caused him to shiver and quiff.
Oh my god, it's this one.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We're listening to Shiver and Quiff.
And she would shiver and quiff.
Oh, it just came up.
The cold was harsh. The wind it bit.
I'm sure the reception to this is really
His loins
good.
never quit. Shiver and quiff. Or was a quiver and shift? Do her lips flap? Or does his head snap? Whatever the case.
I wouldn't be surprised if one day this somehow shows up in my Spotify recommended, like all the AI songs have been doing lately.
I hate that shit so much.
You hate what? That it recommends them?
Yeah, it keeps recommending AI bullshit, and I don't want to listen to it.
So bad.
When at long last he found his
Wasn't there that lawsuit against some dude who like made a whole bunch of AI music and got like a shit ton
Yeah.
of money from Spotify?
Yeah,
Yup.
No, because the fraud was that he set up a bunch of fake accounts and like
it's all recommending the same
set those
song
songs,
for
yes,
accounts.
set those songs to just play on repeat over and over again.
Yeah, because the algorithm, if it's recommended like shuffle, it tries to make sure to not play the same song from same artists to give you a broad search. So by them doing that, they were cheating the system.
Yep.
But that's so crazy how easily it's gotten for me to realize how to recognize them.
Yeah, they all have like the same voice.
So for me, it's not even that. It's that no matter how good the AI technology has evolved, every time there is a pause, there is always a warp effect between the voice and
True.
the instrumentals picking up.
True. Yep.
shiver and quiff.
It's gotten a shitload better, but it's still not good.
Yeah.
Through shattered glass and crumbling walls are roam. Within this cursed and ancient sacred home, the spirits dance around the altar high, while silver moonlight bleeds across the sky. The bells toll deep beneath the ground, where darkness keeps its sacred crown. Out within these hallowed halls, echoes scraping down the wall.
Welcome back. You missed the song Shiver and Quiff.
Lose my heart abused in this chapel of the offer refused. The offer.
Okay, I think everyone's back. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you got your drinks set down at the table. Amy eventually, Ami eventually comes around, asks if you would like any food.
So Aiden, this is Ami.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. You hungry?
I guess. What do you have?
Well, I got bloomin' onion.
Ooh.
What's that?
Got chicken legs. Appetizer. We've got a hearty soup with beef.
Yeah, I'll take the beef soup.
Beef
Stew.
stew. Great.
Soup. Nice tavern you got here.
Oh, well, thank you.
Aiden, you might remember from Pissed when you met Chloe, my friend.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
this is where I met her.
Oh.
I was actually performing over there on that stage when somebody tried to heckle me, and Chloe, Ami, do you wanna tell them what happened?
Oh, some asshole. I don't know. I can't really remember the details. I was kind of drunk. I just remember it was me that socked him, right?
No, that was Chloe.
Chloe socked him.
You did kick him out, though.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it's just like being an asshole toward to Alani here.
You must have been a little drunk if you don't remember if you punched him or not.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you can punch me any day.
Hey, yo.
She raises an eyebrow.
Sorry. And Aiden will just kind of look down again.
Any food for anybody else?
I'll take some too.
I'll do the bloomin' onion and some chicken legs.
Yeah, I'll have a separate blooming onion order. That thing goes super quick.
All right. Good.
I'll have the same as Aiden. And another mead, actually.
Another mead coming right up for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
But Dad, why'd you do that? You made it really awkward.
What did he do?
Just kind of like, I don't know. Told me to say hi.
I mean, that's polite.
I'm sorry I put you on the spot. That wasn't my intention.
That's okay. It's just he just caught me off guard there.
Well, because you said you didn't realize you had met her, and we're gonna be spending the night here. Might as well break the seal since we're gonna be probably seeing her more often.
I mean, I guess I did meet her when we walked in, right? The first time? Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's okay. My bad. Sorry.
It's okay, Aiden. You don't have to. Nobody has to apologize. It's just. It's been a rough day.
It's really confusing.
I know.
But I'm glad you're okay.
So am I. I'm glad you guys made it here okay too, because I was really worried. I actually worried myself sick.
Meat for you, Alani. I'll be right back with your food.
Thank you.
You popped in and popped out.
Yeah, we did actually run into a little trouble on the way here. Met up with some more of those little method bastards on the way.
I thought it was a water elemental.
Well, it was the methods and a water elemental.
A should have helped earlier. I still feel really bad.
Helped what?
I earlier when the call happened for an attack on the city, I didn't know what was going on, and Ami hid me in the cellar with her, and I didn't want to leave her alone and go help against the attack, so I didn't, and I could have helped. And I feel bad for hiding when I could have done something to help.
I mean, I think protecting your friend was a good choice.
Yeah, sometimes it takes more courage to not go to the front lines and stay where you're potentially needed. Because if one of them bypassed the front line and went to here and she was alone, you would have felt even worse. So you still did good, Butler.
I did think of that because it was just elementals. I mean, there are all kinds of elementals, right? Like, you guys met a water one, and we met fire ones before, and wind ones attacked the city, so earth ones?
Yeah, most likely.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, we fought other elementals. I, as a spellcaster, have learned to probably not use things they're resistant to. As I accidentally learned in the ship.
Speaking of, you don't have your diamond anymore, do you?
Oh, you caught that. Yeah, my diamond was one of the ones that were attempted to be used.
We can fix that tomorrow, and maybe Lairdrin, we can maybe get some for you for your spell so that it doesn't happen again.
And I'll be honest on my end, that's really low on priority because if there's a magic shop, my nose is gonna be to new things and not old things.
Well, that's part of what I want to bring you to tomorrow. I'm kind of excited to show you around. I really want to tell you about the fountain out front, but I mean, it was kind of dark when you got here, so I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll squeeze her hand to make her stop. And goes, yeah, we have the rest of our lives to look forward to things. So, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, me neither, I hope.
There's a roar from a nearby table. A bunch of like exasperated, oh no! I'm looking over in that direction. You see some people with their heads up, or their hands up on their heads, and then you see some person put their hands out the middle of the table and pull a big pile of gold toward them, and you see some dice scattered on the table as well. Some cards scattered on the table. I get the feeling that there's some gambling going on. Anyway.
Wouldn't want to be those suckers, am I right?
Yeah, I've never been one to gamble. I have a terrible poker face, I've been told.
Same.
I gambled by going to the witches. It paid off.
It definitely did.
But that's about as much gambling as I'm interested in. She'll... Huh?
No, go on.
Alani will actually dig into her bag. And it's a bag you haven't seen before. It's a cloth bag. And she pulls out a little rectangular... It's wrapped in, like, brown paper. And it's kind of shaped like a bar of soap. And it's got a ribbon wrapped around it. And she'll hand it to Sajath. I got you this.
He just looks at her a little dumbfounded. I don't know what to say. I wasn't at all expecting any gift anytime soon. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
So, can I open it now?
Yeah.
You'll gingerly, as the player me does, wraps it in such a way to preserve everything for later use.
Unwrap the paper, and inside you find what seems to be a solid block of compressed. Well, make a nature check.
Yeah, shit. 13.
So it seems like it's incense and herbs, and maybe like some ash, maybe charcoal, all mixed in together into this solid block. And Alani, I think you know what this is, at least what the shopkeep told you it was. So if you wanted to describe it, you can.
It's exactly what you just described. But it's special. It comes back. You can use it again. Should I link the item, Epic?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess player me just thinks it's a bar of soap.
Oh, shit.
It's a block of incense. But it lasts forever.
Bitch, that's what you were asking about, man.
No, I thought of this after that.
Okay. He looks at it. He takes a sniff and like pokes it a little bit, and then the drink is already apparently starting to get to him. Maybe because he drank before he ate. And he'd been eating rations, and then he finally catches on as to what it is. I'm like, wait, Alani, this is wonderful. You know what this is?
Smiling really wide. And she nods at him. Yeah, I got it for you. 'Cause I knew how important mint was, and you haven't had mint in a while now.
Yeah, we missed the little guy.
Well, I'm not exactly the best commander for the little guy, but this is great. I almost want to ask how much it was, but it totally doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all because it was money I stole from my mother.
Well, not where I was going at, but he'll just pull Alani in and kiss her. And
Yeah,
then it gets a little too deep. And then stops himself. It's like, sorry. I'm just really overwhelmed right now for different reasons.
I was hoping you'd like it. I'm really glad you do.
I didn't even know. Like, I knew that this existed, but wow. I was just gonna keep buying 10 gold's worth of incense until the discernible future.
I wanted to get you something that, just in case you ran out of incense, you would have this. And you've run out of incense so often that I thought you would like it. And I'm glad you do. And after you look at that crossbow, I really do want to give it to you, Aiden.
What crossbow? There's a crossbow?
Yeah, it's one of the things I took when I woke up in this body.
You never went into the crossbow. Is it a light, heavy, or hand?
Hand crossbow.
Oh shit, yeah, you might want that.
You just woke up with a crossbow?
No. I took it from the wardrobe where I woke up. It was one of the things I grabbed.
I guess you are, Lonnie, just stealing stuff.
I haven't stolen anything.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think I've ever stolen anything in the entire time you've known me.
My heart.
She'll, lean into Sajath and just...
Taking
She's really
offense to-
embarrassed.
Taking offense to Aiden's joke, I think you're definitely Alani.
So if I'm reading this right, this isn't like casting the Find Familiar spell. This just does it, right?
Expend a spell slot to do it.
But it doesn't. I don't have to wait the time period.
Correct. Yep. It's just an action.
Okay.
Once a day.
So, hey man, that's fine by me. Let's bring the old man. The old man. He'll.
You can kill Mint at will now.
Not my intention, but it's gonna happen.
Once every
per
24
day.
hours.
Yeah,
Once
once
every
per
24
day.
hours.
So, since Alani's leaning next to him, he'll temporarily push her aside, and he'll take, let's say a napkin that was nearby with the candle lights that are probably somewhere here, and takes one and burns the incense. As she shows up, that's wonderful. I can't wait to explain this.
Hey, yeah, what you burning there?
Incense.
Just a little bit of incense.
Okay, yeah, that'll certainly add to the pipe smoke and cigarette
It'll make
smoke.
it smell better in here.
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of hard to do.
People will hardly notice.
Here's your food, and also I thought this might be helpful to you, Alani, and she hands you a rolled up piece of parchment.
Okay, I'll take.
Anything else?
I mean, what is this?
It's just a map of the city.
Oh, thank you.
It does sound useful.
That's
Very
very helpful.
useful.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Alani
Aiden says, you too.
attacks her food.
You
Like
do.
she's never eaten before.
Oh, forgot it. Yeah. Ooh. So where are we? That's a temple. Oh, there it is. Okay. Thanks.
I really want a blooming onion in real life now.
Dude, if fucking Texas Roadhouse wasn't so expensive, I would have gone this weekend.
Can you post this map in the Discord thing
Yeah.
later? Okay.
Ah, shit.
Nah.
I have to re-export it because I made a bunch of notes on the one that I have. Here, I just take a screenshot.
Nah. Send
Take a
that one.
screenshot.
It's fine.
Screenshot incoming.
Oh, since we went up to the Temple of the Crescent, yeah, when we were up there, Alani definitely pointed out that the Breakers was right over that way.
Oh, so Jeff would know. It's
So
fine.
Jeff would know that, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Probably around this point, since it doesn't say anything aside from action. Mitt pops out.
Oh, God, did it! Santa Claus! Oh, that's squishy!
Hey, bud.
Hey, man.
So it's been a bit. I'm sorry again. I'm just the worst.
No, you're not.
Where?
Well, we're in Base End. If you happen to know where that is, as a face.
Nope.
Actually, that's a good point. Describe the mixture of is charcoal and herbs used? Or was it just described as that and not specifically what herbs?
What?
Like, whenever the description of the instance was described, did you guys go into what herbs were used?
No, we did not.
Okay. That's fine. He's still a Fae.
Oh, right. You can change the type of familiar with different herbs.
Mechanically,
correct?
no. Mechanically, it doesn't matter. But I'm playing it as yes, because it's funner that way, and it makes more sense to me that way.
Okay.
Because
So
you're
this is
essentially summoning something, right? So depending what you use, it's what pops out, right?
This is an everlasting Fey incense.
Seems like it, yeah. Which is fine. I'm used to meant to be in a Fae anyways.
Alani reaches over to Mint on Sajaz's shoulder and gives him some scritches.
If it could purr, it would.
We missed you, little buddy.
Not to darken the conversation, but I'm pretty sure the woman that we saw was this Valoria that Yinsa was mentioning, that Thalion had mentioned.
It's very likely, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she had something to do with the night my tribe was destroyed. If not everything to do with.
She's obviously got something to do with whatever the hell is going on right now. I don't... Maybe something that's going on with the elementals?
Or other planes. Not to
Yeah.
mention that we did see multiple fake creatures along the way.
True.
And she's connected with the Udalots,
Apparently.
as well as
In some way,
Aiden's
yeah.
father-in-law.
Let's, not talk about all that in public, though, maybe?
Well, I mean, I'm very under my breath,
I know,
but that's fine.
I want to be careful, because Udalots come here. They're everywhere.
Hmm.
But yeah, regardless of anything, I am tired.
So am I.
We have a whole city to most likely explore tomorrow morning, so we should get our rest in proper beds for once.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nothing against Philip, mind you, for what she passed. Those were nice, but that bed in your room looked really nice.
It is. I haven't used it. I've been on the couch every night since I got here. I didn't. Anyway, if you're going to bed, I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah, he'll stand up and take her hand and start going up. It's like, Lerdrin, Hayden, just try to rest, actually, and not do anything rash.
Are you gonna finish that, Sir Jeff?
Man, that plate's probably empty.
My-
I don't know. I see a few crumbs in there.
Mine's definitely empty. Alani ate like she hasn't eaten in 3 days.
I'll just get another one.
As soon as Ada said that, it's like, hey, me, another round of blooming onions for our table for our friend Aiden.
God.
Appreciate.
I'll leave however much money that cost on the table.
Your total bill is 21 silver, 4 copper.
Okay.
Also, Jeff still places a gold on top of what's being paid.
Got a tip. Me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And Alani will go upstairs with Jeff.
Okie dokie.
Aiden probably is just stirring his soup stew for a little bit, slowly eating some.
Are you doing all right with all this, Aiden?
No. You?
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think
It's not like the weirdest thing ever. Just I don't know. I mean, she looks like Alani. She talks like Alani. She even sings like Alani. I guess she is. I mean, she is Alani, right?
it seems to be.
I guess the body we just carried with us, that's also Alani. Just not anymore.
I think,
Old Alani.
yeah, just describing it as it was is
That's
a body.
I mean, she was our Alani, but I guess this is also our Alani, is it? Or is she just Alani?
I think that's a good
Is
question.
there... Yeah. It's too complicated. Necromancy. Wow.
Maybe your goddess would have some more answers for you.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't really know. She just knew, what
She
she
just
said
knew
she
she
didn't...
wasn't with her, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
So I don't know if she really knows how. At least she didn't tell me. She didn't really tell me too much, I think, other than It's like a need to know basis, you know? I guess that's how gods are, right?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. I mean, they make it kind of easy for you, right? They give you some sort of purpose, a directive, kind of. Didn't really help with. I don't know. Didn't really help me be a good father, but I guess I have time to change that now.
As long as she helps you rewrite that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think she will.
I hope so.
I mean, I gotta help myself first, but yeah, she's along for the ride too. Man, so Valoria is who did all that to your village too, huh?
Yeah. I think like Alani was saying, maybe we shouldn't talk about it here, but if not here, then where are
Oh
we supposed to?
yeah. Let's. I don't know. Maybe in our rooms. Aiden will kind of look around to see if anybody's keeping an eye on us or something.
Yeah,
Make a
I'll look
perception
around
check.
as well.
Yeah. Go ahead, both of you.
Aiden is super
Drunk.
subtle.
Um,
Super subtle.
Hey, no, you don't pick up on anything later. You see a couple of people eyeing you, but not with terrible suspicion or anything. Just unfamiliar faces.
okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't eyeing us at the mention of her name. It was just they're just looking at us because
The
we're
whole
new.
time.
It's kind of been going all night. You know, a couple of people in here. They're probably regulars that wondering. Maybe some of them eyeing you to see if they can milk any money out of you with card games or dice games or something.
Also, Alani was not disguised downstairs for months.
Or new people.
Not disguised for what? Sorry.
For once.
Oh,
Because
for once.
she explained that the last few days she's been disguised
Ah,
every
yes.
time she went out.
Right. Yeah, maybe we'll discuss it tomorrow or
Yeah, sure. Say, you got any more of the blooming stuff? No.
Speaking of which, Eddie comes back and drops another bloomin' onion on the table. There you go.
Oh,
Enjoy.
hi. Yeah, you too. Bye. Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, Emmy.
Gives you a wink.
Was she winking at me or you?
I don't know. You like her or something? You're acting real awkward when she
you sh-
comes to the table.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Did I do something wrong?
When?
I don't know. When I first I don't know. They said I didn't say hi or something.
It was just when we first got here. She greeted all of us, and we told her our names, to Jeff and
Oh.
I, and then came to you, and you were zoned out.
Sorry. Yeah, I guess I just made it weird, huh?
I think if she knows anything of what's going on, she probably understands.
Yeah, I guess she's been friends with Lonnie for a long time. You think she knows if anything's... Should we ask her if there's anything different with Lonnie? Is that weird?
It might. I don't know how much she knows, so maybe. Maybe something we just ask Alani. I don't know.
Yeah. He'll take a bloomin' onion and dip it in his soup and eat it.
think the crispy outside becomes not so crispy when you do that, and starts to fall off of the onion.
Oh, man down. Man down.
It comes with the dip, you know.
To be fair,
Yeah?
honestly, whenever I go to Texas Roadhouse, I always get the mac and cheese, and I save some blooming onion stuff, and I crush it inside of the mac and cheese, so it has onions too. So good. Ah, man, I fucking am fat.
Bloomin' Mac.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It should be served with steak instead of, actually, with the lobster. It should be served with.
Oh my god, we gotta
mac and
stop talking about food right now.
Yeah.
cheese. Lobster, bloomin' onion, mac and
We
cheese.
gotta stop.
That'd be amazing, dude.
Oh,
Anyways,
And we'll take a handful of bloomin' onion and toss it in the soup. Or he'll take a little bit of dip, try it. Okay, and then he'll like pour a little bit on top. Finish this stew up.
You enjoy your bloomin' onion. I'll grab a piece and dip it and head up.
You know, it reminds you of like they didn't really. Well, I didn't really. Elena really don't eat stuff like this, and you know, we'd always be out some fancy places, but kind of reminds me of. I don't know. Reminds me of when I was a kid. You know,
Yeah?
my parents didn't really like me eating this sort of stuff, but every now and again I could sneak some.
Didn't like you eating
Yeah,
fried food? What are you saying?
yeah, I guess so. I guess not so good for you, right?
Suppose.
Yeah, and I mean we've been on the. Man, we haven't had good food like this in a while.
That's a fact. It's mostly rabbits and rations, huh?
I mean, it's not bad, but it does get a little stale, I guess, after a while.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go finish this up, and I think I'm gonna grab one more drink to go.
Yeah, I'm heading up to bed.
Yeah. I'll finish up my stew.
4 copper for another ale.
Yeah.
You know, and something just occurred to me, Hayden, about your steed.
Pearl has just been
Pearl.
awkwardly standing there the
was
whole
not-
time.
Standing waiting at the dock.
Well, we could just say that I told Pearl to find make
The
do.
The entire time,
Do your thing.
that Aiden has been just longhorn, like staring at something. It's like Pearl's like, Master. Master.
pay attention to me.
Wait, so did Pearl come with us
No,
on the boat?
Pearl is sitting at
she
the
would
table
not
with
be
us.
able to go on the boat.
Okay.
Would not have fit on the boat with you.
Yeah, then she would have been. We could have just said she would. I could dismiss her, right? That's the thing.
Yeah,
you
isn't it-
can, I think.
Yeah, we would just be like, "Hey, Pearl, sorry, I gotta, do this to you.
Yeah.
I gotta
okay.
put you down, sweetheart."
Is it like my temporary dismissal, where you don't have to expend a spell slot to resummon her, or?
No,
is
I
it
do
like-
have to spell this. Spend a spell slot, yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. That's not a big deal. Let's say you summon a spirit, blah 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 blah. When the steed drops, it disappears, leaving behind no physical form. You can also dismiss your steed at any time as an action, causing it to disappear. In either case, casting this spell again summons the same steed restored to its hit points. I'll let Epic decide how that resolves.
Yeah, it's not like Find Familiar. where you can
Lore-wise.
dismiss it and then just bring it back.
No,
So this is,
yeah.
Yeah.
So wherever Pearl goes, I don't know. If he goes back to the Raven Queen or the Pool of Blood or
they just,
Jesus.
the heavens
basically
above.
cease to exist for a while.
Yeah, she's just dead. I killed her.
that's
I
why he's
killed
been so upset.
Pearl every time I use her.
I like how it's worded though. It says
Sure.
causing it to disappear. If you read that literally, it's like so they just become invisible.
Master, I hunger.
So yeah, we say she's dismissed, and I'll summon her again whenever if I want to.
Cool. Alrighty. Anything else before you guys go to sleep? Attunements potentially being an issue.
Aiden will.
Identifications.
He will when he's going to get his last drink of the night. He will speak with Umi.
Ami. It's Ami.
Me.
It's Ami.
It's a me, not a Mario.
It's me, Luigi. Ami, was it?
Yep.
Is that
Hi.
short for anything?
Say again.
Is your name short for anything? Just Ami?
Amelia.
Oh, Amelia. Oh, that's a nice name. You should, Anyways, I'd like one more drink if that's okay.
No, not a problem. She goes ahead and pulls you a pint.
You said 4 copper, right?
4 copper. Yep.
So you've been friends with Alani for a while now, isn't it?
Yeah, since she first came through. Yep.
Oh, nice. See, I had a. Let's say you had like a friend, right? And I'll kind of just. Is there like a? Yeah, I'll take a seat if there's like a bar.
Yep.
Take a seat on. Let's say you have like a friend, right? Who. You traveled a while with them. You went through a lot with them. They saved you a lot. You talk with them, share all your problems together, and then, one day they're gone, right? And then all of a sudden you meet back up with them. All of a sudden, and they don't seem like they're the same person. They are the same person, but there's just something. Am I making sense?
So
Anyways.
like they changed. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
kind of. Maybe. I mean, let's say they're gone. They like died, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and then you meet them again, and they know everything about you.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had an experience like that before.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
Okay. You sure you need
that-
that pint?
Hey, Cloudy, let me have this. So
Let me have this.
Have this.
Top 10 phrases to stop people from drinking more.
I know.
So at this point in
I
time,
need this.
Aiden, you see a signpost that says we are not authorized to serve people who appear to be drunk.
I'll take a sip real quick. So, do you think there would be any, like, if they know everything about you? Do you think that would be wrong? Do you think they're the same person? Is that possible?
You're saying they died? And
Yeah, like theoretically they died,
came.
and then we just meet them again. All of a sudden.
Theoretically, they died.
Theoretically, yes. I mean, this never have happened to me. Happened to
No way.
If you see them again, then I guess it means that they didn't actually die.
I think you're on to something. Yeah. So they're not dead. They're kind of the same person then, right?
I kind of think she's the same person. While she's doing this, she's still pulling other pints for other people.
So unrelated. You notice anything different about Alani lately?
So unrelated.
I mean, honestly, when I first saw her, she looks fantastic. I was gonna ask her like, what her workout routine was, or if she was like had any special skincare products or whatever.
Hey, we've been through a lot. I think maybe it's the cold weather, up by Pale Bank. Oof.
Huh.
It's like an ice bath therapy kind of thing, you know?
Ah,
You ever heard of that?
okay. Okay, makes the skin taut or something.
I guess so. What about my skin? Does my skin look?
Makes you look younger.
I don't know. It's the first time I've seen you.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, but nothing out of the ordinary with her, right?
Not. That, I mean, she seemed a little out of sorts, and kind of been covering up her face when she's gone out. She said something about like not shouting it from the rooftops that she's here or anything like that. Not that I would.
Right.
Ami would know that she's avoiding her family.
Right.
I did mention that.
Well, if you do, go kind of hush up a little bit. If you do notice anything weird, just let me know. Just want to make sure everything's okay. I mean, yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, Aiden, I'd probably let her know first.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
I mean, I've known her a lot longer than I've known you. So, the same.
I love her.
Anyways, Aiden will finish his drink. Well, thank you. Good night.
Anytime. Have a good night.
He will go back upstairs.
All right. And you have your own room. Laerbrun has his own room. Anything else for the night?
I mean, on my end, like Lani said, she wanted to identify everything that she had grabbed. Or at least she will point out the exact number of things so I know how long I have to spend.
It is all laid out on that coffee table still. She left it all there while we were out. It's a hand crossbow, a loth dagger, a magic wand, and a potion. So 4 things.
44 minutes unless one of them looks like this is definitely not magical or whatever.
While you're doing that, Alani will pull out from the same bag as she took all that crap out of a prayer book for Lolth, and she'll kind of brush the pages with her thumb and she'll toss it into the fireplace.
The pages ignite. And the paper burns.
Okay.
There you go. Sajath, hand crossbow +1, a dagger +1, wand +1, and a potion of earth glide. I think I've got
Yep. You'll finish up and describe what they all are.
That crossbow's definitely going to Aiden. There are 5 more daggers on the table, but she did not ask you to identify them.
Okay.
excuse me.
And there's also the ammunition for the crossbow, which I didn't think needed to be identified.
Probably not.
Whatever, that's all going in Aiden's inventory anyways.
Okay, is that it for the evening then?
Yep.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Potion of
You
Earth
all
Glide.
find rest.
I will say though, Aiden, since we're now in Bay's End, he has been having dreams leading up to coming here. Probably on the boat too. But I guess like now it's kind of just fully come to bear. I don't know if I went through. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but I do have like a whole thing I wrote out. But essentially, it's just scenes of him, initially with his daughter visiting, his wife's grave. And then they go to, they're just walking through a forest, and then it just starts to get dark. There's, ravens around, and then it eventually turns into like a scenario where he starts to see these figures. So that would be Jacob would be one of them. Jacob's wife would be another one, and they essentially are meeting. And they have his daughter, and they're taking his daughter and essentially almost like sacrificing her to a woman with a face half scarred with long silver hair, and then another woman with green skin and red eyes are also there. Those are the clip notes.
I think you have mentioned that briefly before.
Yeah. Actually, I'll just, if you guys want to read it.
Yeah, I
'cause,
do want to read it.
I might as well just post it.
Yeah.
Because he's going to describe it anyways
Okay.
to everybody in the morning.
Yeah, especially if you are describing it, that saves a little bit of context in general.
Question, Epic.
Mm-hmm.
She is a night terror tonight?
Yep, I'll get back to you about that one.
Okay.
He's probably not going to be as detailed as I wrote it, but, the gist of it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okie dokie. The morning light starts to pour through your windows, and a new day has come. The city is yours, and we will pick up there next time.
Okie dokie. That was a lot of information in there, that session.
Oh, just wait till next time.
Oh boy.
When you guys actually start talking to people.
Look, I tried to talk to Guy. Beforehand, it did not work out.
Better handled in the party.
Yep.
I just responds, sorry, I only talk to groups of 4 people.
Only talk to 4 people.
It's part of my oath. I'm sorry.
Policy. Glass plates policy.
Glass plate
So
policy.
4 only.
I only make time for 4. If it's not 4 or more than 4, I ain't got time for you.
If it ain't 4, there's the door.
Do you want to put the hand crossbow in Aiden's inventory now? Or do you want to wait for next time?
Next week.
You
Okay.
can do- Yeah, whatever. Either way, I don't care.
I will keep it in my inventory for now then, so I don't fucking forget.
Yeah, it's still on your table.
True, but I mean, if he's coming over in the morning to talk about his dream, you know, like I'll give it to him then.
I think the crossbow is gonna be the last thing on his mind after waking up,
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking
yeah.
about his dreams and problems.
I know.
That and he's still got 2 swords to worry about.
Now, the big
Sure.
question that I have is whether Mint is in the room with Sajath and Alani, watching like a dog does.
Oh God!
So how many rooms in this fucking penthouse again?
Two. There's the little living room and then the bedroom.
Wait, they're getting right to it just like that? First day? First
I
day in
don't
the body?
know, but I'm
Look.
just curious if Mint is like.
Okay, so well, not specifically with Mint. I have thought about this with the book, since I do have to consciously dismiss the damn book anytime.
Mint is the dog, the book is the ring camera.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
So what I'm going to say is that any day that they go to bed when they're not in the outdoors, he temporarily dismisses Mint. Just as a thing of like, I feel safe here. So I don't need extra ears or eyes. The book he dismisses every night. Because he doesn't want a nightlight. But otherwise Mint he dismisses only if he is in what is considered safe in terms of what Epic would allow us to level up if we were in level up range.
Yep. Aiden, I don't think you're caught up on experience.
Oh, well, yeah, let me do that. My bad.
You should be at the same amount as I am, so it should be 29,035.
God, I'm so far behind.
You're only like 2,000 behind.
That's a lot at this level.
How much was it again?
29,035.
Thank you.
'Cause I know you and-
29035.
Yeah, because I know you and I are equal, so I don't have to think too much. I was making this joke to Ellie, and said, "Well, Epic now just needs to send me or Aiden away, so that we can all have uneven numbers of XP to make it even
I
worse."
hate that. I
All 4 of us.
already am bad at math, and now I can't rely on you guys to know what my XP is. I hate it.
Wait, did Epic, did you say that we got a certain amount of XP?
Not today.
No.
Okay. Alright.
No, I was just looking at Aiden's
Oh.
character sheet and seeing that
Okay.
his bar looked pretty low.
You did get XP last game.
Yeah, we got almost
Mhm.
2,000 worth last week.
I was
Yeah, I
reading
must have
the
forgot the past couple of weeks. Whoops.
Aiden dream, so I was just making sure.
Oh, wait.
I have to look something up because my brain is not remembering details.
What?
Because I think arcane focuses need to be only like they can't stack based on their effects. So even though I have an attuned item that gives me +1/+1, I'm not sure because of the wording of Arcane Grimoire. It says that you get +1/+1 for wizard spells, but not that it
Oh,
needs
you're
to
not
be
sure
while
if those two
using
things
the folk.
stack.
Like it doesn't say that it has to be while using the book as a focus.
Yeah, I think if you have a question about it, I would rule it as like you're either using the book as your focus or something else as your focus. And if you're using the book, you get that +1.
Okay. So I can't dual wield. Unless someone wants it bad, if I could have the dagger +1, I would like to have at least a magical weapon in case something happens to me.
Yes, give the +1 dagger to the person who gave away the +1 dagger.
Well, I didn't need it then.
This one's a lost dagger. You sure you want it?
Besides, wasn't it a Brickarobian dagger, so it would be the same thing as his sword?
You
So
got
just a
that.
magic dagger? Or
No, you got that one like before you left Palebank for Serenia. Because you used it on the way up to make your +1 dagger of fishing.
oh yeah. Shit, dude. That was great. Don't worry about it.
I think that was from.
That was
it,
from the-
yeah,
Torga,
it would have
Tolga,
been from
whatever.
Torgi, Tolga, Dead Dwarf.
She's
Frozen
not
bi-
dead.
frozen-
She's not dead.
Yeah, we did save her. You're right.
Tolgi, Tolgi.
Whichever one.
I don't remember.
Non-Tiamat worshipping or non-super Tiamat
Yeah, that one.
worshipping
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the wand would just be better on Alani or Ladrin, even. Because I know he usually shapeshifts, but the few times he wouldn't, he would have, at least if it's a target spell, he would have a +1 attack. I guess spell save. Well, yeah,
It's
spell
just-
save too.
+1 wand? I don't know what I'm looking up here. I see a whole bunch of other wands.
It's just wand, and it's just a 1+1. You just have to keep that in mind if it doesn't exist.
It does not.
I probably have
There's
to make
Wand of the War Mage, but that's different. Something else.
Yeah, because my book gives +1 to spell attack and this saves too, plus the additional arcane recovery, plus it saves my books, my spells.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna look up here.
I could always just edit Wand of the War Mage and get rid of the ignores half cover part.
Druidic focus is what a druid uses for their spellcasting focus.
That's the one
Oh.
specifically for. Yeah, you're right. Specifically, wands are used for arcane spells. Otherwise, used for sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. So it has to be me. So I'll keep the wand in case.
You can sell it too.
Maybe
True,
sell it
we can't
too.
sell it.
Maybe I can find something interesting that might be possible in this city, and that's Elven Chainmail. Only because it's funny.
Ha, no.
Did you look it up?
Yes. But I'll note it down for possible loot somewhere in a super hard dungeon.
at level 20.
Okay, then my backup, which is just as bad, are bracers of defense because I don't wear armor.
Look, I kind of want braces of archery though. Those would be fucking cool.
Yeah, those are real nice.
Sadly, no, I'm not attuned to the rune right now because I don't know who has it.
I have it, so
I would be reattuning to all my shit, by the way. Epic.
yeah. So if you
That
like,
was a
we all
question.
we all agreed that you were
I
gonna keep
forgot because then people
thing.
started talking. Okay.
Yeah, we agreed that you were gonna be the holder of the thing unless I needed to temporarily send ascending to somebody, and I don't think I have anybody to send ascending to. So I'll reattune to the pendant of anti-charm, and you can attune to the Voltron.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna say you have plenty of people to send ascending to. Come on.
Yeah, but I can just, you know, prepare it myself and just get the free cast later.
Okay.
So, question. Going
Yep.
through all her stuff, it's all there?
Except the things that had diamonds in them.
Yeah, except for
Right.
those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Otherwise, everything's there.
Okay.
We didn't take anything. Nobody pickpocketed you.
Look, I'm just asking.
Nothing broke whenever you went down. Except for maybe your armor. But we don't think about that.
Epic might think about that.
I mean, wearing leather, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It was
It's got a
just
hole in it.
studded leather. So does it still provide the 12
Yeah.
AC?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still functional, but I'll just have to keep in mind that it's just slightly damaged. If it takes more damage, then nat 20 hits on you and stuff,
Okay.
then who knows? Maybe sometime in the far future, but you'll probably get magic armor before then.
Maybe. I did pass up magic armor once before.
You don't have heavy armor. The only one who's can wear heavy armor is Aiden. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah,
You got
because
that
I am
dinged up
incapable.
plate mail.
Yeah, we have to think that
Oh,
plate
everything.
mail. I'm incapable of it unless I somehow am able to cross class into fighter or fucking cleric, which I don't think I'm ever going to. Because cleric involves me investing somehow 3 points of wisdom into myself.
God damn it, I forgot to ask about the curses at the temple. Fuck! I gotta make a note. God damn it.
Yeah, maybe Sajaf will think to remove the curse that he maybe has permanently in him by now.
Look, I don't think anybody knows that you're cursed.
Nope, nobody knows. Sajaf just felt slightly different. But it's hard to, like, feel you lose charisma.
Slightly greedier.
Well, I guess that checks out, huh? Even though all my greed attempts happened before that fucking got taken out.
I did just give you a block of incense.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful. I didn't even know that was an item.
Uh-huh.
It's
Because
not.
it wasn't.
Oh, that explains so many things.
Uh-huh. It wasn't until I was like, hey, Epic. Thank you, Epic. That was
Oh
great.
wow, Aiden, that is a big block of text.
Yeah,
I
It was
will have
a-
fun
I cannot
reading
wait to
this.
read that. I'm gonna read that after this.
yeah, I read it already. It's rough. It reminds me of something specifically that only Aiden and Lairdrin know. I mean, Epic knows by now. Imogen's dream sequences.
Laura Bailey's the fucking goat, guys.
She is the
Campaign
go,
3.
guys.
Fucking goat.
Her dream
I mean,
sequences. Oh
I'm-
yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm the only one here who doesn't know.
Look, at first it was because I knew that Epic was behind, but as I was saying it, I realized no, Epic is super ahead in campaign 3, so he has seen multiple of Imogen's dreams by now. Doesn't happen often, but it happens frequently enough that I know he has seen one by now.
No more talking about it, because I gotta watch it still.
It's fine. I just said that she has dream sequences. Doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean shit.
Oh man. Can't wait to explore the city. It's gonna be so much fun.
I have so much shit to tell you guys about the city. Epic gave me a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And, you know,
Epic.
it goes for everybody. If you guys have any interest in RPing anything offline, I'm all for it. You know, if you want to explore some theme or something, we can do that offline or whatever. DM me.
Boy, am I glad I finally got to tell you guys all that. That has been killing me.
Yeah, it was a lot of exposition for sure.
The deal with the witches was the one thing I wanted to tell you guys so fucking bad.
Oh, I'm so curious as to what you got.
I know, I already know what I got. I, the player, know.
Hey man, at least it wasn't hags, because otherwise I would have plucked an eyeball out.
You don't know it wasn't.
You're right. But it wasn't hags.
I don't know that.
Well, shit.
All right. Well,
I
I'm gonna
did
take
mention
off.
I didn't get her name. All right, see you, Epic. Thank you.
Sounds good.